Nah, world, how's it going? Are you absorbing all the sunshine as it is? So, yes, no, maybe, sure. However, you're doing absolutely fine. I'm here to add something on releasing. So I was saying, the best ways maybe to release, is fire. Fire burns it, like it disappears. So, you can write out feelings, emotions on piece of paper, and you can throw it in the fire. But you need to like also say goodbye to it, like as we said, bring up the emotion completely, embody it, and give it love. Say, it's like, okay, I learned from this here, and I realized that, I can do closure on it. It has served you for how long, I'm not so sure, and what it is, it doesn't matter. Only you know. You can say these things out loud in your head. It needs to have a meaning for you, and in a fire. And you can take a wooden stick and you can break it like into little pieces, and think about whatever, hold it in your hand. You can take in your right hand, in your giving hand. All right, left is receiving, right is giving. So in right hand, or you can hold it in both hands and transfer thought, feelings, emotions, embody again, feel it, give it love, hug, everything, like until it dissolves. And then with the right hand throw it in the fire and watch it burn. And after every single thing, you can have a sip of water, or you can just breathe, right? Because these are big things to do, and it require, like, if you do them just like the question is, do you think it's gonna work like that for you? Because this all works, but in order that works, you need to believe that it works. So belief system, do you believe yourself and what you're doing? Because you're witnessing it all, and that's the whole thing. You are the witness. And certain things, others don't know. You know. This is what I'm saying, the main character. And you know stuff that only you know. Others don't. And that might be the reason why you're so hard on yourself, and why is it so hard to forgive yourself for certain things. Or everyone deserves on second, third, fifth, all chances. If you're here, like, if you woke up, that's it. You know, it's a chance. And that someone gets tired, it's because they get tired of that. It's their personal decision, not yours. And what I'm saying is, like, you have to endure with what you're doing. So basically outrunning yourself. And this is last longer than ever up until so far. And then it clicks. However, you can just, observe everything as it's unfolding. And in the meantime, regulate yourself always. Do not allow yourself to get triggered by this external circumstances. And as we said already, everything starts within. So you are the key to all. And slowly as it unfolds, you'll be more and more aware of this. Maybe at the moment, it seems, oh, what can I do? And don't do big things. I mean, don't do whatever you want, but you don't know to do the biggest changes and everything. Little by little, that you need to start believing yourself if you don't. And it does not, like, if I let myself like a couple of million times down, or I don't know, like a lot of times, do you think that if I do one or two right things, he's gonna make it up for all? I don't think so. I used to be like extremely hard on myself, like, yeah, because I felt that I deserve it for the things that I did. Yeah, and you are judging yourself. This is what I'm saying, not others. Others say like, "Why are you doing that to yourself?" And you're like, "Yeah, because again, you explain to yourself like why." And this is how you get trapped within these circles. And again, so when we said A, B, the point where you want to get. Once you get there, that will be your new baseline, all right? Your new normal. From there, you will want something else. with this also be aware, all right? Because that can also be a loop. I get there, I want this, I get there, I want this, I get there, I want this, and you never find true happiness within that. It's only chasing. And the whole point is enjoying the ride. You know, it's because it has like, all right, you achieve this, you celebrate, you rest, you learn, and then again, you set your goals, you achieve, all right, you have fun, enjoy, and this is, you have the right time for all within this. If you always want something, mm, it's going all the time, and you can again say like, oh, I'm a very active person. Okay, so be it. So yeah, and if you ask others, but again, opinions from others, and let's say, I'll give you one example actually. It's not opinion, it's helping others, or uh, someone asking to help him with something, all right, to buy him something. Yeah, sure. I bought him something, I delivered it to him, um, and he was not happy with it, but he was not telling it to me. He was telling it to his neighbor, and his neighbor told me. I was like, yeah, you asked me to help, I went, to help you and everything, and then, he was angry with me, thought that, I did something on purpose, and what, and I thought I was helping, and this is like, no. So whenever you want something, it's you in charge. Others might tell you what they did, or how they did it, or encourage you or not. It's you doing. It's your life, not theirs. And then let's say, if I tell you to do something and you do not succeed, you'll tell me you told me to do so. Why did you do it? And this is like, don't listen to it all, don't believe it all, don't, like, and what I'm saying, like, knowledge is for free, as everything else. Yet people, oh yeah, if you don't have money, there you go. Your belief system, ones and zeros, printed out, and, alright, giving value to. And what do you do with money? What do you buy with money? How much do you work for that money? Where is that money? Where is it coming from, that money? It's printed. You have a printer at home. Oh, but you cannot print it, right? Or? Doesn't matter. It's not about like that, And I don't want to focus on these kind of things because it's pointless. It's what matters, and always be. And awareness itself, We said we breathe in consciousness as air. Air is conscious in everything as it is. And you stand on the ground, alright, on earth, as everyone else and everything. So above, so below. And you're in between again. So, little antenna. And this is how, yeah, I said that, your energetic field and your heart emits things. Brain also, but it's, little distance. Your heart is measurable, like, so others can actually feel you. When you feel this, let's say someone lost someone, and then you can sense it. And you ask, oh, have you lost someone? And then they start crying. Like, why are you asking if you know? You just like stepped on a thing that, they didn't have closure to do. And then, people explain, oh, this always happens to me. Where's the lesson there? You're not helping others with that. Yeah, you're aware of energies. Yet, so how are you using, your awareness towards it? And this is like a lot of people, feel stuff and everything. Yeah, sure. Everyone does actually in ways, but someone more, someone less. But again, like, how do you use that? Do you use it to make things better? Like, Yeah, because these things, are all teaching us lessons. Yeah. It's blasting. Like, so, so hot and sunny. It's fine. Ah, finally. Truth rising as the temperature. So, have the most wonderful day ever. And from here on, forever. And, be aware. I think in general, I said more than enough about, things and practices. However, there is always more, and, I could add more complex things, but it's not necessary. I said, we will get overloaded, and we are in general getting, like, humanity is getting overloaded with stuff. Look around you, like, how much noise, how much, where do you live? Do you have peace? Yeah. Well, nature. So connect with nature, spend more time in nature. Grounding also helps. Meditations, sit down, light a candle, look into fire, like darkness, switch everything off. Like actually pull it out from the plugs, everything out from the walls, like all, you know. And say, you know what, I go back to Stone Age, light a candle, and sit in that. If you cannot, your brain and everything, like, yeah, exactly. That's where you stand within all that. It's hard to shut down when, all life we are like, yeah, chasing all. It's within, not outwards. And once you set these things in order, everything is like served to you, like all and beyond. However, um, the wonderful times that we are in, yeah, they will unfold it step by step, and there is nothing to be hurried into. It's fine. And if you see someone that struggles, just calm them down. Say like, it's fine. They'll start convincing you it's not, and why it's not. It's okay. I'm not saying ignore it, just like don't get to that level. If you feel that you're getting consumed or something, say like, look, at this point, it's like, I cannot help you with it. It's like there is nothing that I can add to it that it will make you feel better. You need time, and that's fine, all right? And if I spend more time here, I'll start feeling bad, and I don't want to feel bad about it, all right? I really have a lot going on and a lot of stuff to do, so which require me, my full attention and my best intuition and my highest levels. So, like people who will understand and who not. You don't have to explain yourself to others like in details or anything. Like be honest. That's the thing. Not like, when it's hard I have to go or this and that or think, of some lies or something. Be honest. If you're not sure what to say or do, like then don't. Wait until it comes. But again, like, see? Yeah. Enjoy. Always and forever. Yeah. So, yeah, that's that. That's that.